Another glorious day, y'all. Another glorious day. I hope everything good with you and yours. Let's go. Let's get it. You heard? You already see the title in the video. You know what I'm saying? City of Diamonds, after work money. You know what I'm saying? After you finish with your day of earning or what have you, right? Or if you're a business owner, whatever the case may be, if you came out early, produced what it was in order to make a situation for you and your family, you come through and get that work, right? Let's go. What's up? So I'm about to set it off and we're gonna get turned up. We're gonna get turnty. So I got the gloves on today when I'm doing these diamonds. You know, I learned the hard way in the past because when you hit them diamonds, especially more so on the concrete, it's going to tear up your palms. It will tear your palms apart. If you hit them diamonds without them gloves on that concrete, it's going to get you right here on that outer palm. Much gratitude. I see pressure being applied to that like button. Diamond City, y'all. We 13 reps in. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. What's up? What's happening? Where you at? Huh? That's 20. I just completed. That's 20. I just completed 13. I just hit 7. We at 20. Diamond City. After work money. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to hit that chest. We hitting them triceps. That's what's going to be targeted. Right? When we hitting them diamonds, that's what's going to give you that crease, that separation in the upper body. It's going to apply more pressure, put more emphasis on what is required in order to carry out the exercise. Let's go. I did 400 push-ups today. Salute. That's what's up. That's a great number. It's a great number. 400 is nice. I already lost my count. Look, we're going to start back at that 20, y'all. We at 20. You know what I mean? We're going to get it all. That's 10 right there. So that's 30, just like that, 30. And again, so when you doing your exercise, right? Those reps accumulate quick. You know what I'm saying? Just don't take too much of a break in between. But those reps will increase quick. What up? Let's get it. Just listening to the body, feeling fantastic. Again, you want the body to be talking to you, right? Begging for more. Let's get it. And I mentioned before, right? All you gotta do is go to your nearest park, right? If you're a person like me, and if you like your solitude at times, right? You find you a nice designated area that's pretty much out of range of anyone else, then get to that money, get in your zone, right? And fully apply the work to get the best bang on your buck. We 40 in, we 40 reps in. So with those, you can increase your tempo, right? You can go at a slower pace, a higher pace, whatever you choose. Right now, I'm going at a slower pace. That's just how I need to do it today. You feel what I'm saying? I did a lot of upper body throughout the week, but I still have a huge appetite for the diamonds, right? So I'm just starting. Now, throughout the duration of the routine, that tempo, that pace could easily increase. But I'm listening to the body. I'm giving it exactly what it's asking for. I'm not forcing nothing. All right, so we 50 in. You already know, get that money. Shout it out. Big shout out to the chat. I appreciate y'all. Especially those who have applied pressure to that like button. Much gratitude. So we 50 in, y'all, with the diamonds. already the bot. Look, I tell you, soon as you start, come on now. Ooh, that body should be responding like that. What we at? We 60 in, y'all. I'm pacing myself. I'm still getting it. It still work. It's still effective, all right? If you're doing it properly, if you're doing it within the quality over quantity approach, you're gonna be good. Let's get it. So we 60 in? Just like that, 70. We're gonna get that money. Leave that. Sometimes all you want is just to do push-ups, right? It ain't every exercise don't gotta be so vigorous. So, and it, yeah, not every exercise gotta be, or every routine gotta be so vigorous, you know? Especially if you putting in the work throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? And you always on fleek, and you know that you put super work. Let's get it. So we at our 70, y'all. 70. You want to get you an elevated surface like this. That's what you want. You want an elevated surface. Nice and strong. So that's where I'm at with it, that 10 count. You know? And that's like damn near 20. That's halfway from 20. You know? It's money. Feel it all in. Oh man. Let's get it, man. Where we at, 80? 9. Like I said, I ain't forcing nothing. On that last rep of the 9 count that I just did, my body was, at that point, I was good. Anything, if I would have tried to attempt to crank out another rep, I was already outside of that sweet spot, if you will, right? So I just knew, okay, reset, get back to another. I gotta complete the set. I did 9, so I owe 1. And that's 100 diamonds, just like that, already. Like I said, those reps accumulate quick. The moment you do 20, you're already at 20. You do another 20, you do another 30, right? You keep stacking those 20s, you keep stacking those 10s, it adds up. So we at 100, just like that, right? And it may not appear to look like much. And what I mean is, I'm going at a slow pace, right? I'm talking to you, right? But this is the thing. The way in which I'm performing are highly effective. I have to make mention of that. The response I'm getting from the work is obvious, right? But again, this is a day where I want to get a thorough workout and not necessarily have to go crazy, right? So it's days like this where, minus me talking to you again and getting a thorough workout. Let's get it. We at 100, y'all. Felt good in the form and all that. That failure, it's coming at a point within completing that 10 rep mark. That's fine. But I feel the intensity. I feel the burn. I feel the contraction. I feel the proper way in which I'm doing what is needed to get the best response, the best effects. Let's get it. What was that? 4:06. So I gave it extra, that's 10. So we at 120. 120. I'm not even counting the extra reps. So what I'm doing is if I can at least keep that 10 rep count within each set, but nonetheless I want to hit that. I want to keep my count in terms of the 10 rep mark at least. So again, those reps accumulate quick. So if I'm at 120 now, another 10 reps automatically bring that up to 30. You see how that works? Now, the volume within the pace that you're going, that's another factor. If you just busting them out quickly, right? And you're able to be back to go hit the reps, hit the sets back to back within the 30-second rest, it's good. But you're gonna again still get a thorough workout with the quality over quantity as well. Let's get it. We had that's at 120. I did shoulders last night at the gym too. So I hit 12 on that. So again, I'm not counting the reps that go beyond the 10 rep count. All right. So anything beyond the 10 rep count, that's just extra in terms of it not being on the actual counted reps for the routine. Yo, Simon, what up? What's the temperature in Strong Island? It's like 40. It's like 40, Simon. It's beautiful. It got a slight chill in the air. A very mild breeze. But it's beautiful. You know, I could feel the warmth from the sun. That's why I chose this spot. I wanted to be within range of that sun. So while we getting this work, that vitamin D is also being absorbed. But it's a beautiful day in Strong Island. For sure, for sure. Salute. Let's get it, y'all. We on 130 on the Diamonds, Diamond City. Reps after work, you are. Let's go, let's get it. Let's get more cut than baguettes, huh? 140. Let me see how we doing on the battery. All right, we doing good, yo. Big shout out. Appreciate y'all. I see you applying pressure to that like button. Much gratitude. Yeah. All right, we doing good. We doing good timing, y'all. You know, I gotta get my son after this, so we still here. We in the building. We're gonna get hundreds of these reps. Believe that. We already over the 100 mark, right? We're gonna get hundreds of reps. That's without a doubt. So what's that? We at, I just did 10. What I said we was at 140 before, so let me just make sure I'm on. We still at 140, y'all. So that set right there didn't count. Word up. If I don't have it secure in the memory, it don't count, man. Straight up. That's how we do that here. Sure. So what I also want to point out, I gotta mention this. My left hand, I got nerve damage, right? The reason why, if you don't know, I got this big scar, right? So due to the nerve damage, my fingers aren't as strong as they should be, right? Now, when I do the diamonds and I come close like that, it's a great amount of pressure on my fingers as well. So it requires more concentration, and I actually feel sort of lopsided. You know what I'm saying? Within my own skin, if you will, right? I'm not really sure how it looks on the camera, right? But from previous videos, my form is greatly accepted despite my situation, right? But I needed to point that out because I feel sort of lopsided. And when I say lopsided, it's because I'm concentrating a great deal on really focusing my mind as if this is not even an issue. And that's the point that I'm making too, right? But with that being said, now we at 150, right? So I just did 10. But this give you that crease in your chest, that separation when you hit them diamonds. I need more of this up here, up top. You know what I'm saying? So these are gonna help me, all right? So let's get it. Just wanna make sure we're doing good on the time because, all right, that, yo, much gratitude for hitting that like. Let's get it because my battery running out sort of quick today. But let's get it though. We at 150. You know what I mean? Wow. That felt good. Yo, what's up? Yo, Fresh, what up? Diamond City today, you hear me? Yeah, we hitting them diamonds. That after work money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, from that 8-hour day and all that. Come out here and get some more, you know, invest in oneself. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to give me what I need, you know? Sure. Thank you, appreciate you. Shout out to Raymond. Right now, I weigh like 172. Yeah, about 172, 73. Word, something like that. Yeah. 160. Well, I think it's more than that, but it's 160. You know what I'm saying? Word. It's 160. That's where we at with it. And I did more. Yeah, you look solid for your weight, bro. Keep it up. Nothing beats a workout. Natural high. Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate you.
You excited?
Trying to keep yourself centered.
I'm not sure if you're able to notice, but my arms, you know, getting close to that 10 rep count, they were shaking a little bit. I want you to see that, because that's the struggle. That is a part of the struggle and everything I explained about my arm. But the struggle makes the next time around even more of a stronger way in which I have developed myself. Yeah? let's get it, y'all. So that was 10. So that's 170. 170. Let's go. Y'all. Body activated, a great deal. Feel that in my shoulders too. It's 180. It's 180. And that's not bad, right? Considering the pace that I'm going, the time in between with the talking, right? Still under the 40-minute mark. So imagine if I just was solely focused on the workout minus the communication aspect, right? So the point that I'm making is that look at the time in which we're able to take advantage to get a thorough workout, especially with the diamonds. One of the most challenging ways of performing the push-up, right? Let's get it. Also explain more why hydration is important during calisthenics routine. I think hydration is just important in general, Simon, when working out. You know, the hydration is important, you know, to keep your body temperature regulated. You know, to keep your body temperature, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, regulated. You know what I'm saying? Keeping your body temperature cool so you don't overheat, so you don't feel, you know, that you need to pass out or dry out, you know, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, you know, I'll go without water. I may forget, you know, but do you want to be hydrated? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But it regulates the body's temperature, right? To keep you cool, right? Even when you nice and warmed up, you know, you still need a certain, you know, and it's good for your ligament. I mean, your joints and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Your body to keep you, you know, on an upbeat capacity. You know what I'm saying? With your work, you know, it keeps your cells, you know, fueled and stuff like that too, right? It's not just about your temperature, but it's, you know, your body in itself, I would say, you know? So let's get it. So that's 180. Bringing that count down again, 180, just so I'll be certain. Even though I know I did more, that's 180. That's it. That was a much better set, I felt like. On that one, felt smoother, felt more controlled. It felt less effort to put forth. So, you know, some sets are better than others. Some reps are better than others. I almost slipped off the bench. That wood, that joint is loose. But I controlled that. I ain't touched that ground. You know, when you stay hydrated too, you know, it's a good way to reserve your energy, you know, to keep your energy, you know, at an optimum, you know, degree within you too, you know. So yeah, it's definitely good to be hydrated, absolutely. You know, especially in these hot summer days, you know, instead of that Gatorade, you know, get you that coconut water, you know, without the added sugar, you know. You know? Yeah. So we at 180, y'all. 180. We gotta get this up to at least 200. I'm at 37% on the battery. Wow, that thing dropped tremendously. I started at 85. Let's go. It's 190. It's 190. Diamond push-ups are no joke, Huss. Nah. And you get great benefits from it. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I gotta get that separation. You know? That separation. Sure. Let's get it, y'all. We at 190. Let's bring that up to 200. I gotta pick him up. He at the after school program. Yeah, I gotta pick him up. I gotta go get him in like a half hour. By the way, thanks for asking too, Fresh. I'm gonna tell him. Let's get it. Finally, 200. Huh. That was a struggle right there. And again, with the nerve damage, with my fingers, they curl in. So I gotta not just concentrate on holding my body within the correct form. I'm trying to keep my fingers spread. I'm fighting against them curling in due to the nerve damage. You see? But if at all I wasn't doing what I'm doing,
Don't go fast. Just keep it center. Straight.
there would be no improvement. You know, listen,
Oh, yes, you're doing so good.
imagine without having any form of compromise with your physical, what you're able to produce. Let's get it. And I still might go to the gym tonight. It's a good chance I'll do that. But then again, I'm just saying, you know, if I didn't or if I don't, I got something. I made a deposit. You feel me? That was 7. 0-3 on that set. I'm not sure if you're able to tell, but this hand, again, is sliding inward. You know what I'm saying? That hand is sliding inward. So I'm fighting against that to keep the proper form, to keep my mind in alignment as if it's not happening at all. All right? My joint's still getting calloused. It's all right though, I'm showing you. And it's more so on this hand. If I ain't have the gloves, I'd really be already torn up. Word. But this is what the body was asking for today. You know what I'm saying? This has been on my mind all day. From the moment I stepped foot out the front door, I said I want diamonds today. You know? Where we at? We at 220, right? Okay. Let's go. Now that was 230 because I did 7. I didn't make. We had 230 straight up. 230. So everything that I didn't actually account on record toward the routine, we got a lot of bonuses. We got a lot of extra. You give yourself extra. You feel me? Sometimes we can give ourselves too many extras of the wrong thing. But when it comes to this working out, it's all right to give yourself extra. Huh? But of course, give yourself extra. Where we at with it? 230? Huss. It's 240. It's 240. Yeah. Body should be talking to you, asking for more, begging for it. Excuse me. The body should be talking to you, asking for more, begging for a set, begging for them reps, begging for the next go around. Stimulated and beyond. Contraction. Contraction, activation. Let's go. Where we at? 240. It's 250. Hitting them triceps, y'all. Along with that chest. Get that separation. You feel it in the shoulder too. You see? That upper body with those great demands from them diamonds. You get more cut than baguettes. Let's go. Where we at? What's that, 260? Should have been 270. It's 260. Yeah, you know, for most of my life, yeah, I'm gonna keep telling you, most of my life of working out, there was no real definition. I gotta let you know that. Because when you have a conversation with me, especially when you are in your younger years, you got the world in your hands in terms of not just fitness, of course, but let's get this money. Understand what I'm telling you. It's possible. And beyond. It's 270. It's 270. I think I keep, excuse me, I think I keep dropping the count. 270. Where you at with it? All right. It's 280. It's 280. And my joint ripped through the glove. See that? Whatever though. Whatever. That's from all that pressure. This one don't got it though. I told you it's my hand with the nerve damage. We 280 in, y'all, and we did more. We did extra. So I definitely already hit that. I'm not gonna say it just yet. We're gonna complete it, then I'll tell you. All right, let's get it. We at 280. So that's 290. It's 290. Absolutely give the body more. Extra. Now it was a good, look, after work money. You know what I'm saying? We definitely be, come on now. Still feel like going to the gym. Come on now. Let's get it, y'all. Activation is up. So that's 300 in a little over an hour. What can I say? It's more than what a lot of people do in an hour, workout wise. Believe that. I see it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Everybody got their own way in which how they approach and do what they do. But and some do more. You got people, and let me not leave this out. I see them too. I see dudes that do way more than me. You heard? You know, what I do could be the opinion of the same way I see somebody else. So I'm not here to be just throwing around shade. All right? But I'm just saying, there's always room for improvement. And, at least knowing that more could be done. And not just knowing, but applying and, yeah. The work got to be done. Yeah, I ripped it up, though. See that? It's all right. Whatever. But, yeah, so we completed that 300. You heard? And, I definitely mentioned, I said we're going to do hundreds of them. And in order to be able to make that claim, you got to do over 100. You got to do 200 and better. Right? The minimum should be 200. And if you're doing 200 with the diamonds, it took me longer. But regardless, in order to make the claim of doing hundreds of reps, you got to go over that 200 mark. Because you need to be able to put that S after the word 100, right? Speaking of hydration, I got a little water. I'm not even thirsty like that. You know what I mean? But, I could use a little agua right now. And I would be doing more, but I'm not going to keep further ripping up my palm. I ain't going to do that. It's still uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But it's not bleeding today. It's just that I took the surface off. But it come with the territory. Calluses, all that. Wearing no grips, no none of that. I don't want to be ripping. I don't want to be drawing blood from the concrete. When it comes to doing the diamonds on the concrete, I'm putting them gloves on. Believe that. I learned my lesson before. Huss. Yeah, so we just completed over 300 diamonds, but the count on record, or for what I accounted for in the actual routine, was 300. We did well over that. So of course, extra was implemented. You heard? Indeed it was. And that was done within an hour's time. So, you know, not bad, you know what I'm saying? An hour that was very productive. An hour that was producing a better body, right? So, yeah. That thing kind of, see that? But anyway, I keep mentioning that because it's gonna annoy me tomorrow, to be honest with you. But at least it's not where I can't do pull-ups and push-ups and all that. It's not that type of, it's just knowing that it's there. You know what I'm saying? And another process of healing, another form of healing, even though it's minor, it's still going through the process of healing, right? But yeah, y'all, you know what I'm saying? We did that 300. And I just wanted to make mention too, is that with the diamonds, you know what I mean? I think it's one of the best ways to really sculpt the chest, the arms, even the shoulders. You know, I feel it within this whole region, the triceps, right? The closer you go in, even if you're not necessarily doing a diamond push-up, you know, when you go in close, you know what I'm saying, you are targeting that tricep, right? So a great way to, again, for that separation. If you want that crease in the middle of your chest, I recommend you do those diamonds too, you know? For real. Even just the creasing to give you that separation, you know, to give that shape. You know, that's where the definition, you know, is obtained. You know, shape you up nice. But yeah, yo, let me get up out of here. I gotta go get my little man. I'm kind of pressing the time. I'm still in a good time frame to be able to get him on time. But I appreciate y'all for showing up, as you always do, applying pressure to that like button. You know what I mean? Yo, Fresh, you already know what time it is. Yo, shout out to Simon. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out. Let me give my shout outs real quick. Let me see, because I had, you know, the people that participated. Shout out to Raymond. You heard? No doubt. Them diamond push-ups are tough. It's respect. Thank you. Yeah, so, yo, again, much gratitude. Yo, Fresh, I'ma holler at you, you heard? You always showing up. It's without a doubt. That's greatly appreciated. You know that, right? Indeed you do. Yo, I'm out. Huss. Peace.